Hey guys, Jason Timothy here with MusicSoftwareTraining.com, and I'm going to show you a really cool tool instrument that I created to solve a problem that no other tools are really doing. There's plenty of tools to help you stay in key when you're trying to come up with a melody or whatever, but there's no tools that will kind of follow the key. Like, for example, when you're DJing, your songs do change key over time. So let's say you've got a melody that you've got going, and you want that melody to continue, but you want the melody to actually change the key as your DJ set changes key. So that way you can have an evolving melody or something playing that will stay in key because you change it as you change the keys in your DJ set. And this can also work for live performance as well. If you're performing your own songs or whatever, and you want something to help you stay in the key of what you're doing, and you want to be able to switch really quick. Another thing is sometimes when you're playing one key, what a lot of people don't realize is there's 4 total keys that will work with that one key. It obviously will work with itself, and then it will work with 3 other keys. So that's what I wanted to create, is something that gave me access to all that possibility so that I could create a number of interesting melodies or leads or whatever, or even chord structures. So let me show you how everything works. So what I'm going to do is drag in the in-key instrument here. And this is it. It's like it's a group with 3 separate MIDI tracks, all right? So the way this works is you're only going to use one of the 2 of these. So I gave you 2 choices. One, if you know the key of your song by name, you can easily find it in order on this scale here. But what I like to use is something that conforms to the Camelot wheel scale, circle of fifths. And if you're not familiar with that, I suggest you look it up. This is the Camelot wheel, and basically it gives a number to all the different major and minor keys. Okay, so what makes this really cool is this number allows you, so if you know that you've got something that is 12A, right, you know that it's going to work with anything that is right next to it. So it'll work with a 12B, it'll work with an 11A, and a 1A. So basically it will work with the number after it, the number before it, and then if it's an A, it'll work with its corresponding B. So that makes it very easy to figure out what will work, you know, what notes are going to work with something that's playing, all right? So when you're DJing, and if you use something like mixed in key, you will be able to get this Camelot wheel number that corresponds to the key of your song. So I know that when I play this song, that this scale will work with, obviously itself, 11B, it'll work with 11A, then it'll work with 12B and 10B. So this gives us a lot of different options. So the way that we use this, now I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this scale here, just delete that, and just use the Camelot wheel scale. So what you do is, over here, you can pop in your notes or just pop in something random, all right? Because what it's going to do is when you hit one of these keys, it's going to conform those notes to work in whichever scale that you've got. So let me kind of show you how it works. I'm just going to randomly choose notes. I'll have a couple notes here. Okay, so we got this here. Next thing that I want to do is on this scales keys track, I want to actually pop in my instrument. So let's go ahead and pop in an electric piano. Let's do Old School Rhodes. Cool. All right, so now if I arm this track, I can play the notes on here. What you want to do, though, is we're playing the notes on this track, but we want it inputted into this MIDI track. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab MIDI from, and as you can see, it's already set to MIDI loops, so that's awesome. So we just want to set our monitor to in, and there we go. So now if I play this part, okay, so that's the part, and it's not in any key or anything. It's just random. And if I go through the different keys, you'll hear these notes conform to that key. Okay, cool. So now what I want to do is I'm going to play this song here. And also, by the way, you can actually play live into this as well. So if I choose a key, for example, 11A, now whenever I play, whatever note I hit, it will conform it to work with that scale. I'm going to play a song that is in this key, and I will turn this off so you will be able to recognize that these notes are not necessarily going to correspond to this track. Okay, now. Now watch as I pop on this here to change it to the 11B scale. And it'll also work with 10B, 12B, Now let's try with a different song. This is, so if I were mixing into another song here, like in a DJ set, now this is slightly off key, so I'm going to correct it by bringing it to 12A. Now I'm going to bring it to 12B. $11B. And 1B. So there you have it. That's the way this works. And don't forget, you could also play in live as well. You just want to disable the clip, and then you can hit the notes here. All in the right key. So it's a fantastic tool for live because you can just kind of improvise, and anything you play is going to be in the right notes. So you just got to kind of figure out a rhythm and you know, get a vibe for what you want, find the right sound. And besides that, this tool will take care of you in both a live situation and in a studio situation as well. So I hope you find this tool as useful as I do. And if you're interested in it, there's a link below. You can go ahead and pick it up there, and you'll get an immediate download and be able to get to work on it yourself. Enjoy.